Good afternoon, Upper School. Welcome to our virtual assembly. Once again, it's great to be able to reach out and talk to you. I hope you're all really well. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you've got lots of work done and are looking forward to a nice, relaxing weekend and an excellent half term. A few things to go through today. We're going to talk about Envision. We're going to have a chat about an opportunity to learn some first aid skills. We're going to talk about a couple of different things that are happening at school that you can get yourself involved with. We're going to talk about college applications and preparations for next year. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about two of our virtues, self-discipline and commitment. Then we're going to do our shout-outs and announce the Amazon gift card winner. So we'll start with some good news, a bit of an update about the Envision project. So as you know, the Envision team have been encouraging people to donate money to Fair Share, which is a food charity that provides food in the West Midlands. Excellent news, that project has now come to an end. They were aiming for a target of £100 and have been donated £505, which is absolutely fantastic. So brilliant example of how caring and generous and kind our community is. Really appropriate considering this was Kindness Week. So thank you very much to everyone who contributed. It's a great thing to have done. So we're not going to let the fact that we can't all spend time together stop us being a proper school community. So I want to talk to you about a couple of the different things that you can do to get involved with school. The first one is Miss Al-Hanoush is putting together a virtual band. I'm sure you would have seen, as I have, lots of images of people singing and playing instruments together on Zoom and kind of sticking it together to make the song. And Miss Al-Hanoush is going to do exactly the same thing. So if you're a musician, if you're a singer, or you play an instrument, get involved, get your face on there. What you need to do is go to the Arc Bolton website, and on the main page, there's a link to Bolton's virtual band, where Miss Anoush has written all of the details of how to record yourself, what you're singing. Hang on, I'm just going to check what it is that you're singing. It is, so it's going to be a version of Ben Howard's Keep Your Head Up. So if you're a musician, if you're a Ben Howard fan, or even if you're not, you just want to get involved, please go to the website and sign yourself up. Just to point out, though, the deadline for that is Monday, so it's going to have to be quite a quick turnaround. The other thing is there's an art competition running at the moment, so Miss Marchant has asked you to try and design your own superhero of 2020. Okay, so you can interpret that however you like. You need to work out who they are, who they would be, what they would do, what would they wear. Get them drawn and get your superheroes into Miss Marchant. That is running over half term, so you've got a bit more time with that. So if you're a budding artist, and I know lots of you are, get yourself sorted with that one. The next minute or so is specifically aimed at Year 11s, and it's all about your college. And so that brings us on to today's message. Today I want to talk to you about two of the virtues which are really important at the moment: self-discipline and commitment. Over the last few weeks, I have been absolutely full of praise for all of you who've been working really hard in whatever way you can to keep learning and making progress whilst you're all stuck at home. And we're going to do some more shout outs in a moment to celebrate that. The self-discipline and the commitment that many of you have shown are an absolute credit to you. And equally importantly, they put you in a really strong position for when we return to school. However, the reality is that there are some of you who are simply not making enough of an effort and have done very little work over the last 9 weeks. Now, I know that there are challenges and obstacles that are making working at home difficult, but I've got to be really honest with you about the consequences of not doing as much work as you possibly can during this period of shutdown. What you've got to remember, and what a lot of students forget, is that each of your GCSEs is like a race where you're competing against every other student across the whole country who sits that exam. The grade that you get at the end is not decided by getting a set number of marks. It's decided by how the marks that you get compare to the marks that everybody else in the country gets. If I was preparing for a race against thousands of other people and took a few months off training whilst the rest of my competitors kept at it, I would not expect to be able to keep up with them on race day. And this is exactly the same. Because the reality is that most Year 10s, the people that you are competing against next year for your GCSE grades, are still in training. As you probably would guess, I've got lots of friends who are teachers in other schools around the country. And I've been talking to some of them about how they're coping with virtual teaching and how their students are doing. And from talking to them, there are schools who have got the capacity to teach full interactive lessons online every day. We can't do that. There are schools where almost every student has completed at least 4 hours a day of work set by their teachers. This is not the case with our year group. Those students are still training, and they're training really hard. We've got to do the same if we're going to keep up. Now, of course, when we get back to school, we are going to do everything we possibly can to get you up to speed. The staff are working really hard to make sure that we can teach you everything you need to know before the exams. But what we will not have is any spare time. No time to repeat, no time to revise, and no time to get your brains working again after months off. Because think about it, if the worst comes to the worst and we don't return back to school until September, that will be over 5 months since you sat in the classroom. There is no more time to waste. So I need you all to step up to the plate, lean on those virtues of self-discipline and commitment, and get working in whatever way you can, so that when we are back together, you are ready to go. You've got a week now for half term. You need to use that time to get yourself organised and mentally ready for proper hard work next Monday. All that being said, it's now time to celebrate the excellent work that is happening from so many of you with our shout-outs. So the people who have been awarded shout-outs this week, first of all, for history, we've got Alishba Mohammed. We've got in citizenship, we've got Asma Shaheen. For geography, we've got Aisha Begum. Modern foreign languages, it's Siam Mohammed Abbas. Maths is Samira Khan. Music is Samir Mahmood. And finally, for English, it is Fikriyat Al-Shamiri. Really, really well done to all of you guys. You are a great example to everyone of how you can overcome the challenges and obstacles and keep cracking on and doing excellent work. So well done. Obviously, one of these people is going to be awarded the gift card, and that Amazon gift card goes to Fikriyat Al-Shamiri. Really, really well done, Fikriyat. I've got to say, I am incredibly impressed by the number of hours that you're putting in. Actually huge. I know in English last week it was well over 4 hours work that you did. So that is absolutely awesome. Keep it up. I said last week that there was going to be another Amazon gift card for art. So maybe that's a bit of an incentive to get involved in the art competition as well. This week's Amazon gift card goes to Halima Mahmood for some absolutely fantastic work on texture using just a pen. Really impressive stuff. So really well done to all of those people. Keep it up. Okay, upper school. So that brings us to the end of another assembly, to the end of the week, and of course to the end of this half term. And for a lot of you I know who've been observing Ramadan over the last month, this weekend marks the end of that. So I'd like to wish you all a very happy Eid. So Eid Mubarak to all of you if you're going to be celebrating. I hope that you are able to have a really fantastic time celebrating with your family. I know it's going to be a bit of a strange one, but I'm sure you'll be able to make it really memorable. So have a lovely break, have a good rest, and after half term, let's get on with this properly.